Gotta talk about it. Sherrone, more. Looks like with Sherrone, things have gone wrong. Wow. What is that jingle I had? Good morning, dummy. Don't. She wants your money. That's what I think, but hey. Good morning, dummy. Don't. She wants your money, and she's gonna get it. Good morning, dummy. Don't. She wants your money, and she's gonna get it. Now listen, there are two. First of all, this I believe is the wife. Okay? But then he picked up with just the basic Becky, from what I could tell, the 32-year-old who works at the same, well, used to work with him, and starting an affair. They said reportedly he signed a contract, a 5-year contract worth over $27 million. 5-year contract, $27 million. He's lost that gig. Now, he and the wife, I believe they were married during his college years. So she was already there. Hey, girl, you picked him out. He's on a good trajectory. You know, he had a plan. It worked out. So now, after moving around, he finally got to where I would imagine would be a dream job, especially if you can't go pro or that opportunity to present itself, but you can coach, because not everybody can get a coaching job. And then to make that kind of money, oh my goodness, you're set. You got what you like, a Becky, a wife that's white, 2 or 3 kids, millions of dollars. But no, he had to go ahead and do something different. Sounds to me like Sherrone Moore had to hit the floor, having an affair with somebody. Now listen, they were saying on the campus at Michigan that, I'm going to play this clip real quick, rumors spread. You know how people start to talking, and then it gets over here and it gets there, and they start the investigation, and that the female that he was having the affair with, I'll say allegedly, she was fired first. Yeah, the girl, she got it first. But now they're saying it's in a reversal, especially after he broke into her apartment and threatened to kill himself. I mean, I think it's drama. Dude, you didn't find a butcher's knife? He picked up, they're saying, butter knives. Butter knives. Really? See, that's why I don't even believe the guy he wasn't going to do anything. I don't think so. It's my opinion. I could be wrong. I doubt it. So you picked up a butter knife. A couple of them. Let's go ahead and play the news clip. Sherrone, it is gone totally wrong.
Tonight with those stunning new revelations in the Sherrone Moore criminal case. Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 6.
So he's, look, the multimillionaire. Look at him in that little white top. That's him down at the bottom.
Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Mike Duffy. Thank you for joining us. Now, for the first time, we're getting a look at what happened inside the Ann Arbor apartment before his arrest on December 10th. 7 News Detroit obtained court testimony from December 12th, which detailed a woman's frantic phone call to her attorney saying, "He's here. He's here. Sherrone is here."
Investigators say Moore showed up unannounced, forced his way inside, grabbed butter knives from a drawer, and made alarming threats before leaving.
7 News Detroit anchor Simon Shaquette is joining us tonight. So, Simon, you've been going through these documents. Yes. What are you finding?
Yeah, Mike, Carolyn, for the first time, we're getting more insight into the crisis that led to the criminal charges against former coach Sherrone Moore, and hearing firsthand from the officer doing the investigation, who says the alleged victim told police she'd never been more terrified in her life. Inside this official court transcript known as a swear-to by Detective Jessica Welker from Pittsfield Township Police, we're able to see exactly what led to criminal charges against Sherrone Moore. The detective on the record stating that on Wednesday, December 10th, Moore was inside the home of a staffer he allegedly had an affair with, who worked for him as part of the Michigan football program. The victim claiming Moore had been stalking her for months.
Now, hold on. She was working for him. Did you hear about her raise in 1 year? She, working for him, got a raise reportedly from $50,000 plus something. In 1 year, it went from $50,000 to $90,000. How are you making between 50 and 58? And in 1 year you got a raise up to $90,000? Reportedly, allegedly.
Program. The victim claiming Moore had been stalking her for months and had a history of domestic violence. The attorney for the alleged victim relaying to the detective that Moore, quote, armed himself with a knife and confronted her after he was recently fired. The attorney adding that the former staffer was preparing to leave town, and Moore allegedly told her, quote, you ruined my life, after entering her apartment.
What's the ongoing messaging here beyond the coach's fire?
And this is the crisis communication expert that's speaking. But he's saying, you ruined my life? Aren't you the one that's married? Aren't you the coach? Even if she came on to you, you don't know how to say no? I mean, the girl just basic Becky. She was packing up leaving. She got fired first, they say. So if you had not had relations with her, how about this wouldn't have happened? And how the heck does you go? Do you get close to a $40,000 raise in 1 year working for you? Nobody's stupid. And you wonder why there were rumors circulating the campus about him messing with a woman, the coach. But she ruined your life. Did she use a knife and make you have an affair with her? That's a dusty move. Just be accountable for your actions. When I always blame a woman, but let's go on. It always go wrong with Tyrone, and in this case, it's Sherrone. Stupid.
Are also pointing to this scandal harming so many people. In this transcript, the detective also referencing how Moore allegedly threatened to take his own life when he was armed and, quote, turned the knives on himself, pointing them at his neck, saying he was going to kill himself and she was going to watch. Also mentioned in this swear to, Moore allegedly saying to his alleged mistress, quote, I hate you, my blood is on your hand. In a recent message posted to YouTube, the U of M interim president, Domenico Grasso, speaking to campus, fans, and the community as a whole, and doubling down on conducting an independent investigation.
Our focus is strictly on uncovering the facts. It is my job, my duty, to ensure the integrity of this investigation.
As Moore remains free on $25,000 bond, his attorney has continued to decline comment.
Of course.
So hard to hear all of that. Simon, you talked about the path forward for the University of Michigan. Anything else you can share from that crisis manager in terms of how U of M turns the page?
Yeah, she really did emphasize there's a lot to be done here to restore faith in the program. But number one is ensuring that this never happens again, putting in the safeguards and doing the steps necessary.
Yeah.
Now, my opinion, you really can't ensure it never happens again because people are human. They're going to do what they want to do. What I have read and heard about is that besides him, that they have already an investigation and that they're continuing the investigation and that other people may have known about it, possibly complicit. And it's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And that based on what their findings are, it is highly possible that maybe some other individuals might, face consequences. They can lose their jobs. So it's like, I do not see how that's helpful. What's someone supposed to do? Did you know about this? And you say yes. Oh, then you're fired. I mean, what's up? I don't understand that. So, they've got him. It'll play out in the courts. But this is what they do. A lot of them do this. Something stupid. Why can you not have relations with? I mean, if you're gonna do this, you gotta be kidding me. Somebody you work with, you automatically jeopardizing your job. It took him years just to even get here. And then look what you do. When she got that raise, let's say it was over, they said $50,000. So when she got that raise, let's say she went from $50,000 a year, and then her new salary with the raise came to $90,000. That right there should have been a red flag. Honey, what you doing for this? What happened? See, that should have been the red flag. But somebody, who else didn't know? HR? Who else didn't know? Did anybody inquire? So yeah, I'm assuming a lot of people probably knew. Again, they were saying it was, gossip. People spoke about it on the campus. So now he's facing these charges. She may find a reason, meaning the ex-girlfriend or alleged mistress, she may find a reason to go ahead and pull some kind of civil suit on him. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. The wife might file for divorce. So now it'll be ruined. So now what? And it's all over the news, all over the internet. Everybody know what he allegedly did. Who do you really think is going to hire? So he just took a chance. He took the chance knowing what could happen. Listen, it wouldn't surprise me, one of these Dusties, not thinking, it wouldn't surprise me, that woman that lied on Emmett Till, Carolyn Bryant, she could have a granddaughter or a great-granddaughter. You will find some fool in this community, you will find a full black man to date her. It wouldn't surprise me. And then if she were to do, he did this to me, he essayed me. Then they'll start checking and come to find out this is a granddaughter or a great-granddaughter of late Carolyn Bryant. You know what she did? She accused Emmett Till of whistling at her plain-looking Jane behind. Yes, and you know what happened after that? You'll find some Uncle Ruckus, some fool, some low vibrational self-hating, the skin that he's in black man. I guarantee you it wouldn't surprise me. Well, I thought that happened back then, not today. It's 2025, man. And some of you are still stupid. He risked his family, his reputation. A 5-year, 27. I'm hearing a 5-year contract worth over $27 million. You got to be kidding me. Are you serious? He just jeopardized it all. Let me guess, he probably thought, oh, she won't do that to me, man. And then, whose fault is this? Oh, she ruined your life. Doesn't it take two to have an affair? Now, she said he'd been stalking her for months. But have you noticed this? Hence my jingle. Good morning, dummy. Don't. She wants your money, and she's gonna get it. Good morning, dummy. Don't. She wants your money, and she's gonna get it. If you notice, so she said he'd been stalking her for months. I want to see the calls you made to the police. But even when he was there, wait. Who did you call? She called her lawyer. Does your lawyer, is he coming packing? Is he downstairs? What, you're in trouble. You've never been this scared in your life. And you called who? Her lawyer.
Testimony from December 12th, which detailed a woman's frantic phone call to her attorney saying, he's here, Sherrone is here.
Investigators say Moore showed up unannounced, forced his way inside, grabbed butter knives from a drawer, and made alarming threats.
But you were so terrified. Let me try one more again for the ones in the back. You were so terrified. It's easy to call 911. You must have a lawyer on speed dial, huh? I'm just saying.
He's here. Sherrone is here.
And who did she call? Not the police. I think the police can protect you more than your attorney can in this kind of situation if you're so terrified.
Detroit obtained court testimony from December 12th, which detailed a woman's frantic phone call to her attorney saying, he's here, Sherrone is here.
Investigators say Moore showed up unannounced, forced his way inside, grabbed butter knives from a drawer, and made alarming threats before leaving.
7 News Detroit.
So quick question. Ladies, how many of you get scared You're so terrified. Oh my gosh. And you call your lawyer? Girl, what's Chris gonna do? He might be in court. You call your lawyer. Why didn't you call 911? That would be the first thing. We're talking about threatening violence. You fear for your safety. But you called your lawyer? See, that's the part I'm really trying to understand. And I don't, but I think I do. On second thought, I think I do. You pretty much have an idea what's coming next, right? Good morning, dummy. Doom, 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 doom. She won't show money, and she's gonna get it. Good morning, dummy. Doom, 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 doom. She won't show money, and she's gonna get it. The dumbness. Have I said it before? All they have to do, a non-black woman, all you gotta do is find one. Just find one. Find one self-hating fool with some money. Girl, you win. Stick around. He gonna be a clown. Just find one. Who is so terrified and scared for their safety, you call your lawyer. So, girl, what she need a lawyer for? And the update is that she was fired initially first, and then that she was rehired. Let me guess. Don't be surprised. Again, you called your, what you need a lawyer for? Employment law? When you got your job back, reportedly. So let me guess. Maybe you're trying to go and file the next suit, might be 2-1 against him, and then 1 against the university. Is that what it is? Because that's all it takes. These men, they're so stupid. That's all it takes is for to have relationships with someone that you work with. I mean, how dumb can you be? And the chick was no beauty queen. Honey, she's not gonna win a contest. And she goes, I'm a contender. No, you're not. Why? That's all it takes is for one of them to go, he pressured me. I don't want to engage in a relationship anymore. And then there could be a harassment lawsuit. And the university have to pay. I mean, can you wrap your head around this? As if they got black coaching jobs every day of the week. Maybe he didn't deserve it. Maybe it's his karma. He's stupid and didn't deserve it. I heard of black men vying for coaching jobs and cannot ever get one. I've heard of black men, and I'm not sports oriented, but they're like, oh yeah, once they got released from a coaching job, that was it. I've heard that. That's what they said. That was it. And they were willing to like fly anywhere, willing to relocate, but the opportunity did not present itself. And here, look what he's got. And you know that's got to be in the contract, dum-dum. I mean, more, Sherrone. I mean, stop. Are you kidding me? And you want to blame somebody as you ruined my life. I think you did. You ruined your own life, bruh. She didn't ruin your life. She didn't holler that you S8 her or anything yet. It's a decision that you made. I don't care if she was flirting with you, whatever the deal was, promising you a happy ending 7 days a week and twice on Sunday. You did this. Accountability. But yes, let me know what you all think. I find that quite interesting. So she's scared and terrified. Oh my gosh. But you called your lawyer. You didn't call the police? Very interesting. So it looks like more has hit the floor. Sherrone, that lucrative, beautifully packaged salary worth millions of dollars, with Sherrone, it's gone. How dumb and careless can you be? And with basic Becky, how dumb. Anyone You risk it all. You risk it all for what? Man, I know that home has got to be stressful as HE hockey. It's got to be. And it's on the internet, on the news, everybody knows. There was his wife right there, folks staring at the chick. Girl. Sherrone just turned out to be a typical Tyrone. Dumb and dusty. Anyway, let me know what you all think. They don't think, they just do. These men, they do not think, they just do. And was it worth it? The cost. Oh, and one more thing. They're saying that this affair that he had with this lady has been going on for 2 years. 2 years. Wow. Let that sink in. So he threw it all away. He made a decision to gamble not just his finances, and I don't care who he's married to, but the concept of having a family. He basically gambled his finances and his entire family. He took a chance and risked it all for what looks like to me basic Becky. Even if she was gorgeous, he took a chance and just ruined it all. Might lose your family. Fired from the job. Again, who else going to take you on? You're a liability. You prove to be stupid. They're probably hoping the school doesn't get fired. It doesn't get sued. You. So he ruined his career. Might lose his family. Shame on Sherrone. Thanks for watching, and I am gone.